Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch.
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing on this lovely spring day? I'm doing well, how are you? As you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys how apparently me, little old me, I'm a liar. Apparently. Before I get into the story, I do want to say if you guys haven't seen my last story time, make sure you guys go check it out. I have not forgotten about posting part 2. I just feel like the last one, it could be doing a little bit better, you know? It's not doing what it needs to do. So the goal is to get part 2 up next month. If I don't get it up next month, I'll probably film it next month and just have it sitting in the archives until that video starts performing just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, make sure you guys go check it out. I will link it up there and down below. But other than that, I'm not going to ramble because y'all have to hear this story. Y'all got to understand, like, y'all, I think, sorry, I got my iPad from my notes. Anyways, I just think that people should just be nicer overall. You know, I just think that people should be nicer. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and get into the story because I can't contain myself and you guys have to hear, like, you have to hear this story. So this was at one of my jobs, right? So we had a lady and we're gonna call this lady Hell, okay? And you guys will understand why that is her name, okay? We gonna call her Hell. And she did a pickup order. She placed the order online, pick it up at the store, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop, right? So she comes to pick up the order. Our mistake, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Our mistake, we accidentally give her the wrong order, okay? She doesn't check, we don't check, nobody checks. Bada boom, bada bang, she's on her way. And the problem was she placed the pickup order, but she actually lives like kind of far, like from the store. Actually, she lives really far. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. She lives really far. I'm surprised. Like, she must have really, really wanted what she purchased because it's like, I'm not driving that far for one item, like literally one singular item. Not me, I would just have shipped, but to each his own. Some people like to drive, but whatever. We had a call later in the day. And my coworker, who we're gonna call, what do I wanna call her? Yara. I don't know, Yara Shahidi popped in my head, and I don't know why, because she don't even look like Yara Shahidi, but we just gonna go with that. So Yara answers the phone. She's like, you know, blah, 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 how can we help? And the lady's like, oh yeah, I was there earlier. Like, I came to pick up an item, and like, I looked in the bag, and I got the wrong item. And Yara's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, we should have checked, blah, blah, blah. Like, she, you know, does the proper customer service thing. Apologizes, and now let's give you a resolution so we can fix the issue, and everybody can be happy, you know? So she's like, well, I could send you like a shipping label so you can ship back the item that you have to us, and we'll ship you the correct item and we'll overnight it for you, like free of charge, da 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 blah blah blah, right? And the lady's like, okay, like that's fine, da da da, day. Everybody's happy, everything is resolved. I really want you guys to listen to what I just said. Everything is resolved. That was a resolution, right? That was a resolution. Y'all comment below. That was a resolution, right? Okay, cool. Apparently. Now, I can't, look, Yara said she was on the phone, and in the background, it was hard to hear the lady, because the lady's husband was in the back, and he was mad. He was upset, because he done drove all this distance, and she got the wrong item.
Why didn't you check the bag? You stupid. You dumb. Blah, 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 blah.
Like, going off. Like, just going off. Like, Yara said, like, oh, shoot, like, I'm a little concerned. Like, is everything all right, ma'am? So we give the resolution or whatever, and he's like,
so now I gotta drive to UPS and da-da-da-da-da.
Like, he is up in arms, upset, yelling on the phone at his wife, Hell, and Yara's just like, okay. So, like, is the resolution cool with y'all? Like, you cool with doing this? Blah, blah, blah. So I guess the lady didn't like the fact, maybe she was embarrassed. I don't know. Maybe Hell was embarrassed. And I'd be embarrassed too. Like, why is your husband yelling at you like that when you're on the phone? That's embarrassing. To each his own. But maybe she was embarrassed. I don't know. Maybe she just got mad at her husband, started taking it out on Yara. But then she starts getting upset with Yara. And she's like,
I want to speak to the store manager because this is just ridiculous. This should never happen. I want money off and da-da-da-da.
And throwing shots. Full-fledged, like, yelling at Yara on the phone. And Yara's like, well, we're about to close. The store manager is not here. She can call you tomorrow morning. Like, that is that. okay? Mind you guys, we had a resolution to the situation. Like, the situation was resolved. There was a resolution. But the husband of hell, who I should call Rain, okay? He gonna be called Rain. Maybe I should call him Thunder. I feel like Thunder is more appropriate. Thunder just had to send the point home. He was just up in arms, so upset, okay? The next day comes, right? I'm working with our store manager, who I am going to call, Nicole. Yeah, I'm working with Nicole. She's like, oh, I gotta call this lady this morning and everything and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, like, what happened? Because I wasn't there the day of this whole situation with the pickup order. I had just heard about it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, it's just informing each other of what's happening in the store, you know. And I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, I gotta call her because she was, like, really upset last night, apparently, and blah, blah, blah. Like, she's just telling me, like, the whole rundown of the situation. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I'm thinking that it's, like, one of these upset customers that, like, oh, we give them like a nice little resolve and they'll go away. Nicole calls the lady, Hell, and she talks to her. I don't really hear the conversation because Nicole steps to the back to take the phone call, as you know. I mean, it's none of my business, really. I'm just not knowledgeable a little bit about the situation, but I don't really need to know all the details because I'm not really a part of it. So she steps to the back, takes the call, and she lets me know. She's like, okay, like, this is what I told her we're going to do. We're going to send her a shipping label so she can ship it back. We're going to overnight her bag to her. And next time she shops with us, like, you know, she'll get a little percentage off or blah, 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 whatever, right? And so I guess Nicole was supposed to email Hell that, but she never got around to it, right? She never got around to it, y'all. She never got around to it. Nicole leaves for the day. Me and Yara at work and a few of my other coworkers, right? The phone rings. Yara answers. Yara's like, da 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 da, like, how can we help? And it's the lady, y'all. It's Hell. And she's ready to raise hell, okay? She is there to raise, she is calling to raise hell, literally. So I'm sitting there and I'm standing next to her. She's like, oh, hi. Oh, yes. Okay. Well, I didn't know that I can give you the tracking number for it. Okay, give me 1 second. So she goes and gets the package, so she give the lady the tracking number because the guy didn't come pick up the package yet. So she reads the tracking number to the lady, and she's like, I can't hear the other end of the phone, but I could just tell by Yara's face that something is not right. Like, I could just tell by the look on her face because it went from, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, it just, the mood switched, you know what I'm saying? I was just looking like, okay. And like, you know, me and my team, we riders or whatever. So I'm thinking like, if I gotta step in, I'll step in, even though I really don't want to, but I will because that's what we do. Yara's like, yes, I can read it again. Well, no, ma'am, I'm not catching an attitude with you. You're catching an attitude with me. I can't help you if you're yelling at me. I was like, oh, yelling? Why? For what? Girl, pipe down. We trying to help you out. Yara's in there and she reads the tracking number again. And y'all want to tell you, she reads it so slow. So slow. She didn't even read it that fast the first time. So I'm just a little confused as like what got lost in translation. But the second time she's literally going like A, B, C, like that slow to make sure that the lady got it, right? She gives the lady a tracking number or whatever, and she's like, okay, like, you know, there's your tracking number. And then I guess the lady starts asking about where's her email, why didn't she get the email, and this and that, da, 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 and starts yelling at Yara. Like, I can't hear anything that's being said, but I just know it had to be bad because Yara was like, ma'am, I cannot help you if you want to sit here and yell at me. And the lady apparently thought she had an attitude and was like, why are you catching an attitude with me? And she was like, well, you caught an attitude with me. She was like, I can help you out, but you're gonna have to stop yelling at me and talking to me this type of way because I can't work with you like this. Like, the lady was like full-fledged like cussing Yara out. It was bad. And like, it was all over Yara's face. And I was just like, okay. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna send you the email. I'm gonna put you on hold, okay? Yara spends like, we put the lady on hold and Yara's like telling me what was going on the phone. She was like, bro, this lady is like literally cussing me out and I'm trying to help her. And she was like, you know, I don't have no problem like dealing with somebody difficult because I understand this is our mistake. She was like, but I already apologized. I gave her a resolution and now she's just catching an attitude with me for no reason. And it's making me very difficult to want to continue to help her because I'm not going to sit here and be on the phone with her and get yelled at. And I was like, I completely understand. I was like, I get it. Trust me. I done dealt with people like this. If you guys seen my rudest lady ever video, bro, I'm trying to tell you this, bro, if I remember that lady name And I swore I thought they was the same person until I found out this lady name. I was like, oh, okay. I was about to say, because I really thought it was the same one. Anyways, besides the point. I was like, I understand, Yara. So she's explaining the situation, and she's been trying to type the email to hell for a smooth 10 minutes, y'all. A smooth 10 minutes. But she's so mad. She's like shaking that she can't type it. And I'm like, all right, hell, like, you need some help. Like, not hell. I'm like, all right, Yara, do you need some help? Let me type the email for you. Like, what do I need to say? Like, what do I need to do? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, just tell her that on her next purchase, she could get blah, 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 and this and that, da, da, da. So we type it, we send it, and I'm like, do you want me to get back on the phone with her and, like, let her know that we sent the email, or, like, do you want to do it? Yara was like, no, like, I got it or whatever. So she picks up the phone, and she tells the lady, like, oh, we just sent the email to you, because she refused to hang up the phone until she got the email. Okay, we sent her an email. I thought it was going to be like a coupon code or something. What is this? And we were like, well, we can't like make our own coupon codes. I've never heard of that before. I don't know what type of power that people who shop places think that we have. But as regular retail people, we don't have the power to make coupon codes. We don't. I don't know a store that does that. And if you do, let me know, because I need to go visit them. But we were like, well, we don't have the power to like make a coupon code, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I guess that just makes Hell even more upset. She starts talking about how she wants the number to corporate, she wants to speak to the store manager, blah, 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 blah. And she's just like full-fledged. I guess she was just yelling. She was definitely yelling at Yara. I know she was, because I could hear her on the phone, and I was probably standing like, it was a good distance away from Yara. I was standing a good distance away. Like, there was a whole counter in between us, and I could hear her, like, yelling on the phone. So I'm like, oh, boy. And I just saw, look, y'all know how y'all reach that breaking point? Like, when you mad and you about to start spazzing on somebody, but you can't because you work in customer service, you're not supposed to spazz on nobody so you don't lose your job. I saw her come to that point. I did. I saw the look in her eye, and she took the phone, and she was like, Naimah, I can't talk to this lady. Like, didn't put her on hold or anything. And I was like, I'll take over. I'll take over for you. It's okay. Y'all, look, okay, I knew what I was getting myself into, but I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Because I've dealt with difficult people before, you know, and I think I've handled it to the best of my abilities, in my personal opinion. So I take the phone. Y'all look, please be nice. Please be nice to people out here. Just please be nice to people. This was a test of my patience, y'all. I took the phone, and I'm like, hi, Miss Hale. Like, how can I help?
I don't want to speak to another representative. I want to speak to corporate.
Like, she's just going off, like, rapid fire. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, I hear you, I understand. I was like, well, I'm another manager here. I need you to calm down. I was like, for one, I don't have the direct number to corporate, so I can give you customer service number.
I want a direct number to corporate. I want to speak to corporate. I don't want customer service. I want to speak to corporate.
Like, she's literally, like, going off, cutting me off mid-sentence, and I was like, she's like, I want to speak to the store manager. She was just making so many requests all at once. And I didn't even get the chance to, like, finish any of my sentences. So at some point, the switch start going and the wheels start turning in my head. I was like, this lady ain't gonna listen to me. Bet I ain't gonna listen to you. So I sat there on the phone with her while she was going off and off and off. I honestly couldn't even tell you guys what she said, because I was not about to put up with the shenanigans. You're not about to piss me off like how you just pissed Yara off. So I just sat there and was like, can you let me finish? 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 I promise you guys, I literally kept repeating it. And my coworkers was looking at me like, Yara was looking at me like, oh my gosh. And I was just, can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Can you let me finish? Like, I literally just kept saying that, right? Didn't hear a word she said. And then she goes,
what's your name?
And I'm like, Naimah. Because, girl, like, what are you, call them. What they gonna do? What, call them. Call who you gonna call. I'll wait. So she asked me to spell it, and I spell it out for her, right? I hope she finds this video. I hope you find this video, Hell, and I hope you know that this video is for you. You know who I'm talking about. I hope you find it. She asked for me and Yara's names. I tell her whatever, and she's like, I want to speak to corporate and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't have a direct number to corporate. She's like, well, I want to speak to the store manager. I was like, okay, well, she's not here right now because my store manager was there earlier that day, but it was like, I don't know really what was going on. She left early that day, and I know she had went out with some friends. Like, she literally told us, oh, like, I'm going out with my friends, blah, 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 and this and that. So she's like, I want to speak to the store manager. I'm like, well, she's not here right now. And she was like, well, I want to speak with her. I'm not hanging up until I speak with her, blah, blah, blah. Like, literally being so difficult. And I was just like, okay, well, I can see if we could get in touch with her. I could call you back, and then, we could do.
I'm not hanging up until I speak with her. Do not hang up this phone, because if you hang up this phone, that's going to be another story.
Ma'am, what are you going to do? Drive from 2 hours away and beat my ass? Like, be for real. Like, be for real with yourself. I wish, girl. It's going to be another story. What's the story going to be like? Tell me. I'm intrigued. So I was just like, okay. I was like, well, I'm going to put you on hold and I'm going to see if we can get in touch with her. Which, honestly, I was telling her pretty much, I'm going to call you back. And I wasn't lying. It's not like I was making it up. I was literally going to call her back because I didn't know if we actually could get in touch with the store manager. She said she was going out with her friends. First of all, if you're off for the day, I'm not answering the phone unless the store is burning down, okay? I'm just going to be honest. Like, if it's an emergency, yeah, but I'm not answering the phone, especially if I'm going out with my friends. I'm doing something. I'm occupied. Like, I don't want to be bothered. And the fact that she told us that, like, earlier in the day just made me think that she probably wasn't going to answer the phone, right? So I'm like, okay, like, I look at Yara, I'm like, she's refusing to hang up the phone until, like, she speaks with Nicole. And Yara and I look at each other, and I was like, do you even think she's gonna answer the phone? She was like, I honestly don't know. But honestly, truly, at this point, the situation was getting above me and Yar's pay grade, okay? If I'm being honest, it was starting to get above our pay grade. We wouldn't get paid enough to stand there on the phone and get cussed out by a person that's however many inches, miles, years, light years, weeks, months away, okay? We step to the back and we try to call Nicole. She don't answer. Of course she doesn't answer, which I figured was gonna happen. So Yara's like, well, maybe I could try calling like one of her friends. So like, I call her again and she finally answers. And I'm like, hey, Nicole, hey, how's it going? Trying to carry a casual conversation because I hate just jumping into like work stuff before like greeting people. And she's like, hey, like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on? And I was like, we have a problem. So Yara explains, like, the whole situation that happened and, like, what's going on. And then I just jump in and I'm like, she refuses to hang up the phone until she speaks with you. And Nicole is like, what? And I was like, yeah, like, she's literally on hold as we speak. Like, she's not hanging up the phone at all. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to give her my work phone number and I'll call her, like, you guys give me her number and I'll call her, like, in about an hour because, like, I'm out right now, like, I'm doing something. And we were like, yeah, we know. And she was like, actually, you know what? Just go ahead and give her my number now and she go ahead and call me right now and we can get this situated and out the way. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go back out there. I'm like, Miss Hale. She's like, yes. Conniving. I'm like, she said that you would go ahead and call her right now. Like, here's her number, blah, 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 blah. And Miss Hale was like, okay, so I could call her right now? I was like, yeah. She was like, can I have the number to corporate? I was like, I don't have a direct number to corporate. Like, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I was like, I have customer service. That's as good as you're going to get. It's not on Google. Well, gee, ma'am, gee. Don't you think that if every corporate number was on Google, the world would be a little different? Like, girl, do you hear yourself? You sound stupid. Like, no wonder your husband was yelling at you, talking about how you was dumb. I was like, no, I don't think so. I Googled it, right? Guess what came up, guys? Guess what came up? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Customer service. I was like, only thing that comes up is customer service. She was like, oh, I'll take the customer service number. So you wasted my time. Sat here and called me a liar because, I'm going to get to that in a second. Call me a liar, wasted my time, just so you could end up getting the customer service number that I told you I could give you so you can get in touch with whoever you wanted to get in touch with. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So let me rewind a little bit. In between all this, the lady is calling us a liar because she just doesn't believe that we're going to give her like an actual discount. She doesn't believe that we're going to send her the right bag. She's like, doesn't believe anything that we're saying. And I'm like, bro, why wouldn't we correct something that was clearly our mistake to begin with? And you were okay with the resolution at one point, but now it's the problem. What? So, anywho, let's get to wrapping this up. Nicole calls her and speaks with her, tells her that, like, we can give her whatever amount discount on the bag or whatever, but she actually needed to come in store to get, like, the refund. So we ended up putting the money she would have got back on a gift card for whatever her next purchase was. She could just use the gift card for. And she situates the situation. But Hale was really upset and was telling her that we weren't trained and that we didn't know anything. And Nicole was like, look, my team is trained perfectly fine. And what you're not about to do is come for them. Because, period, we ride at dawn, guys. Ride at dawn. And then the lady starts going on and on about getting her item for like an even cheaper price because the thing that she had took, like the one that she had grabbed, what an employee had purchased it. And you guys have heard of employee discounts. A lot of people get employee discounts at their jobs. So like she was like, well, how come I can't get my bag for that price? And Nicole was like, do you work for the company? Like, they didn't even believe that it was an employee's item. The husband...
Oh, they lying.
Look here, Thunder. You need to pipe down, because this is really your fault. You started this entire thing. All because you ain't want to do a little drive. That's on you, sir. That is on you. Anyways... needless to say, we ended up resolving the issue, guys. We got her item, and then after that, she still proceeded to shop with us, like, literally, like, a couple days later so she could use her little gift card. I'm just like, bro, like, honestly, if I had that bad of an experience in somewhere, I literally would not go back and shop with them. Like, I don't know if that's maybe, like, that's just me, but if it's, like, really bad, like, to the point where I'm wanting to call corporate, I am not going to shop with them. But she turned, like, an easy fix into something that really didn't, like, it went above and beyond. It was just so unnecessary. Like, the whole thing was just really unnecessary. Anywho's, like I said, that's the conclusion of the story. Everything is settled. It's over. It's done. But all I'm going to say is, you guys, literally, be nice to these people. Be nice to people who are technically servicing you. Because at the end of the day, they have the power. If it's food, they are in control of your food. If it's you purchasing some clothes or something, they are in control of what they're going to give you. Like, I don't understand why people think they could act and talk to people any type of way. Like, you don't know who these people know. You don't know what they do. Because a lot of people in retail, based off of my experiences, usually don't just work in retail. Sometimes this is their side job. Like, you don't know. Their parents could be rich. Their dad could be your boss. Like, it just doesn't... I just feel like the moral of the story is watch how you talk to people. Be nice to people, y'all. I just don't understand. It's hard out here, you know. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be nice to people. Let me know if anything like this has happened to you guys down below in the comments, like at your job. Were you the angry customer? Like, I just want to know. Like, I just want to know because I've never been like that angry of a customer. I've been mad, but I ain't been like cussing people out, calling them out of their name type of mad. I ain't never been like that. Like, I've never had that type of experience. So I'm just curious. Just let me know in the comments down below if you've had an experience like this or something like this. Make sure you guys follow me on all my social media, which is always in the description box down below at naimahrae. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.